Today we're going to look at NECA'S Freddy Krueger, a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors retro style figure. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at NECA'S Freddy Krueger, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. This movie was the third movie in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. It came out in 1987, and it was about a young woman named Kristen gets her wrist slashed in one of her dreams that she's dreaming about Freddy Krueger. But when she wakes up, her mother's concerned. Of course, you're not going to believe your child when they tell you that a serial killer was messing you with your dreams and then he caused harm to you. So the mother thought it was a suicide attempt. So she puts her in a psychiatric hospital. And inside that psychiatric hospital is a doctor. And this doctor is Nancy Thompson, who, if we remember from the very first Nightmare on Elm Street, was our last girl. She was the winner of the Nightmare on Elm Street. So pretty cool that they got her in there. And she is played by Heather Langenkamp. And the young girl, Kristen, is played by Patricia Arquette. So, and of course, we have the great Robert Englund reprising his role as Freddy Krueger, the serial killer. So, very good movie. A lot of people say this is their second best in the franchise. Now, most people have the original A Nightmare on Elm Street as their favorite, but I have heard people say that Dream Warriors is their favorite. So, I'm excited to get this out of the package. Now, this is not an Ultimate. This is what we call a retro style figure, which means he's going to have soft good clothes. That's about all that means. I believe they are an 8-inch. Are they an 8-inch or is it still 7-inch? I want to say it's an 8-inch scale. So retro style. So kind of like our old Mego action figures that we used to play with as a kid. So NECA usually does that with their most famous figures. They'll have an Ultimate, like you see all these up here are Ultimate NECA figures. Well, this is going to be a retro style. I really don't think they have a official line name on it. I think they just call it A Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors. I don't see there's no Ultimate or no retro or no soft goods or anything on here. So to know the difference, we just say retro style. So that's what we've got here. And the package seems very, very good. It's almost like somebody opened a figure, took it out of the original packaging, and then put it in this hardcover case to protect it. But it is not. This is the actual package that it came in. So I kind of like these. I kind of don't, but I notice on this one, it looks like this is going to be very, very much resealable when I open this up, but it should be pretty good. I do like how they have two hangers on here to make sure if you do hang this on your wall that you can keep it level and it won't come down like that. One thing I do not like about it is on some of your figures that just have this big blister on the top, they'll have a little bitty, kind of, not a stand, but a little bubble down here, a little blister also down here, so that when you sit on a shelf, it'll set straight. But on this one, there is none, so I set this on the shelf, it's down. So you're either going to have to prop something under there. You can sit it on an edge like that, and it'll stand. But if you're not sitting on a ledge, it's not going to work. But that's why I do appreciate that they gave us these two hooks instead of just the one where it might hang crooked. But with all that being said, let's check out this packaging. Now, like I mentioned, the big blister box. You see everything going on in this package right here. Absolutely everything. You can see down the sides, the top, the bottom, that side. We get a great picture or drawing of Freddy Krueger right here. Looks awesome. 17 years of age and up. Warning, choking hazards. Real toys. And then we have our NECA logo down there. And that is it on that front. Now on the back, there's a little more. Check that out. A lot more stuff going on the back. So this says, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, pull up Freddy's sweater to reveal Chest of Souls. The last of the Elm Street kids are now at a psychiatric ward where Freddy haunts their dreams with unspeakable horrors. Their only hope is dream researcher and fellow survivor Nancy Thompson, who helps them battle the supernatural psycho on his own hellish turf. Now, does that not sound good? That sounds like a movie I want to see. It sounds awesome. So we get barcode down there, some recycling stuff going on. We do get the New Line Cinema logo down there. They had to get the rights to make this figure, so they had to give a little money to New Line Cinema. NECA Real Toys again, and we get a signature, and it says artwork courtesy of Jason Edmiston. And that must be his signature there. So very good artwork, but pretty cool. Let's see how we're going to get this out. It don't look like it's taped nowhere, so we're just going to see what happens. We'll just pop this open. Yep. And these little tabs are popping out. I do not want to rip it. If I can, oh, I tore it right here. Absolutely tore my package, so that stinks. But I think it will close back up. So now it's like clamshell action right now. So that's it. That's how we get this open. And I am so mad at myself for, I wonder if there's another way to open them that I don't know about. Huh. If you know anything how to open these without cracking your case, somebody drop a comment, let me know. But we'll set him out in his plastic coffin right there, and that's our card back right there. It comes out too, so pretty nice that you can take that out. We'll put it right back in there and set that to the side. And here he is in his plastic coffin, Freddy Krueger. All right, and now we see we are tied in on this, and it is really a kind of a rubber band tie on here, so not our traditional just plastic tie. So hopefully this will make it easier so we can cut this and not cut his sweater or his breeches down here. All right, I think I got him cut out, and I think that's all, just two of those rubber bandy kind of ties. Oh man, I like the way this looks. Now I have opened, let's see, I did open John Carver from Thanksgiving. I opened Michael Myers from Halloween. I believe it was 2, and they was retro style. And it seems like I've opened one more retro style figure, and I can't think of what it, oh, the Wolfman. The Wolfman there, which was not NECA though. That was actually Mego re-released that one. So here we go. And looking at this, man, I'm liking this a lot. What I see right now, his hand or his knives on his glove are massive on this. Really massive. Let's go through these accessories first. First, we have this awesome Freddy Krueger fedora hat right there. You have to have this if you're making Freddy Krueger. Now, looking at it just without Freddy's head underneath it, I want to say this might be Crocodile Dundee's hat without the alligator headband on there. Huh, pretty cool. But we put that on Freddy Krueger's head, and we're going to know what that is. So that fedora hat right there. And then we get the Chest of Souls. He kind of teases and freaks his victims out with this Chest of Souls, pulls his shirt up, and you see the people in there, the victims that he's taken. All right, that's it for accessories. So here, nothing else to do but get old Freddy out of here. Let's check him out. It comes out real easy, and Freddy Krueger has been resurrected. There he is. Look at that. Looks awesome. Look at that sweater and those breeches. Holy cow. That's it. Just got our silica pack in there, so we'll set it to the side. Get those ties out of here. Man, I am liking this. Let's step through articulation. See how this thing holds up. Will it hold up through articulation testing? Head. Looking up. No, he's not looking up, and he's not really looking down too much, but that's all right. We're talking retro here. Head will go all the way around. Let's see, what else do we have? We have shoulders that will go all the way around. Is that single butterfly shoulder in there? He has single elbow joint. Let's see, will he Nolan Ryan? I don't feel like it. It don't feel like there's that pivot in the elbow like our Ultimates have. His wrist will go down and come back up. He has no hula hoop waist, no ab crunch. So there's another thing that we're noticing retro. Retros are just like your old figures you had. Check his splits out. Pretty good. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to split his britches here. And then he can do some splits too. Not bad splits and straddles for Mr. Krueger. Knee here. Knee. Oh, almost a 90. Not quite to a 90-degree angle. Let's see. He has no ankle rockers. So we have no ankle rockers. Our Ultimates do. So we're seeing a lot of differences. But look what he can do that a lot of our Ultimates can't do, because he has soft, good pant cuffs on here. He can pirouette. There he goes, Mr. Robert England. Now that I've messed with these ankles, they are already loose. Now, this is why I like to step through articulation before I get to looking real good at the figure, because sometimes when you start moving things around and then you can relay that in the video that, hey, this is pretty loose, where if I just looked at it and did that articulation and then I set it on my shelf, I might not know that that ankle right there was loose, and it is pretty loose, but I think he'll still stand. I don't know. Yeah, he'll still stand with that. So looks good. I mean, he does, being retro, it does look a little funny. He looks a little like his arms are too big for his body here, or is it his head's too, something off about it. But I do like it. I'm not complaining one bit. I don't want this guy to look like my ultimate Freddy Krueger. I don't. I want him to look retro. And this head sculpt is awesome. Got the sores all over there, the ugly teeth, the kind of big nose that Robert England has, and he is giving somebody the side eye big time on there. He is looking off to the right. If I hold it up to there, he is looking over there. So looks crazy, creepy. Hands are pretty good for retro style. I mean, I can see the burn marks. I can see tendons. I don't think I see veins. But you can, you know how you have the bones in your hand if you look at them. It looks pretty good. Fingernails, the creases on the palm of his hand. Now this is what's really important. Check that out. I love how they pose this. Now these are not articulated. These fingers aren't. So he is stuck like that. But that's awesome. He's giving, he's getting ready to do that, I think. And he's got the first two down. So looks good. Looks awesome. And let's see, underneath our sweater, Fred Krueger has been doing sit-ups. He has six-pack abs there. He is ripped. But that is awesome. There is no Velcro on this sweater. So this sweater's, I guess you could take it off technically. I don't know how. You're definitely not going to get it over this wrist unless these hands come off. But, oh, they do. The hands are pretty easily removable. And they're not joint. There's not a ball joint on there. That's just, look at that. That's just a peg without the joint on it. So I want to be pretty careful with that. That might loosen up over time. But very nice, very nice. I like it. The pants, let's see. Is there Velcro on the pants? There is. So there's Velcro on the back of the breeches, so you could get his breeches down if you wanted. I don't really care to. But these pants are really, really well stitched, man. They look good. Really good. I am getting some fray off this red sweater. I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not. But there is a little fray coming off this red and green sweater that he's got, and it's ending up on his pants. Now down to his boots. Now the loose one, man, that is really loose. That's unfortunate. And that is not going to tighten up for anything. It's just loose. But the shoes or boots are really well detailed for just retro style. I'm really surprised. Looks nice. The lace, the eyelets where the laces go through are even painted silver. That's surprising right there. But looks good. All in all, I like it. Is he as good as my John Carver? Probably not. I think I like that John Carver a little better, but this is pretty good. Now let's try his fedora on there. Now there's Fred Krueger. Look at that. That is absolutely Freddy Krueger. That's awesome right there. Absolutely awesome. Now we'll try to lift his shirt up, put his chest of souls on here. Is that going to go on there? You're just going to have to work it up there. Try not to rip your awesome sweater. Now, this looks like Grandma stitched this sweater up. But there we go. Got his sweater on there, and that is, let's see, hidden really well under that sweater. So now you can bring his hand down, and like in the box, it's showing him grabbing the shirt and holding this up and showing the victims his chest of souls. Pretty awesome. I like it. I would definitely buy this again. Now, is it worth it? I think it was $32. I don't know if it's worth $32. If you could get this on sale, unless you're an absolute Nightmare on Elm Street nut and love it that much, I would say try to hold out and get this thing maybe on sale or on clearance. Just keep an eye out on all your Big Bad Toy Store and your Entertainment Earths and your Walmarts, and maybe you'll find this guy on clearance. But that's going to be it. I appreciate you watching. We're really close to 400 subscribers. I think we're at 393 at the point. But thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And until next time, oh yeah.